Good evening and welcome to ACCSimSeries, the Championship Series 11 for the bronze and gold splits on the Friday night. Hope everybody's having a good 2022 so far. This is my second stream of the year. I did the Monza 6 hours. Seems like it was ages ago, but it wasn't that long ago actually. But anyway, this time around, I'm not on my own. I'm with the very own Eunice. Eunice, welcome into the commentary booth with me.
Thanks, Paul. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. Thinking. How long do you think it's actually been? I'm just trying to rack my brains now, and it's probably been, what, 6 months? Has it?
Could it really be?
Could it be?
Certainly could be. I think I had a bit of a pause at some point as well, but then after that, mainly been involved with Garrett and the other folks, so could really be, actually.
I want to say good evening to everybody in chat this evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for look at that. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for Smith. We're already banging on. Look at that. Look, people just can't get enough of me. Anyway, back to reality though. Qualifying has just begun. I was having a couple of technical issues, as always the way, but our very own Leonard put me in the right direction. So we are round one. And look at that, Gladgate 68 as well. I'm in the money. Look at this. Right, let's crack on. Let's take a look at the red stripes that are out there, the red badges, because the bronze split are out there first. So here we are. We're going to go straight to track. Already we've got the McLaren of Cody. A lot of names here. There's some that I recognise, and there are a lot that I don't. How about you?
A lot of. I was actually trying to scan through the list as well, and especially people who have been here before, they might now be in a bit different splits. So definitely some familiar names, but perhaps they are just in the wrong place to recognize them.
We're at Kyalmi as well. Is that one of your favourite tracks as we watch Cody come round to complete his probably first time lap?
Yeah, that's one of the ones I like. Can't claim to be really fast around here, but definitely one of the layouts I prefer.
Yeah.
And always seems to bring a lot of good racing.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be a track that you can overtake on, but you actually can. It isn't the easiest by any stretch, as Attila there goes P1, but it's very quickly knocked off the top spot by Simmons there, who's just behind him on track. But it's got some really nice sections, and I had a race here a few years, I was about to say a few years ago, I think a couple of seasons ago, maybe 3 or 4 seasons ago, and I actually spun on the formation lap, which allowed me to get a lot of heat into the tyres, which on the first lap I was formidable because I had a lot more grip than everybody else around me. Now I wouldn't recommend you doing that on the formation lap. McKenna goes into P1 as we stick with Attila for the moment, but which is your favourite part of this track?
I think I can't really pick any particular section, not even maybe any of the sectors. Might be the second one, the middle part. I'm not entirely sure where does the first sector end. But yeah, it's also funny because each car seems to have their own kind of preferred parts around here. The mid-engine cars seem to be really strong in certain parts, and then again the front-engine cars might be struggling in some parts, but then do better in the others. So
yeah, I like the middle part of the circuit. You know, the sweeping corners as we watch Attila. But the man who's currently leading the way of the pack is Tom Mack, and he's currently leading the way with a 1:42.4. But McKenna's not far behind. They're both on a lap at the moment, but they are both down. But a man that is making some moves is Darren Christie, but he's got a faster car, or another car, sorry, I don't know if it's a faster car, in his way, the Mercedes there. Not quite sure who that is, but he's now losing the time that he did have, and there are 2 Christies. This is Darren that we are currently watching in the Audi. It's good to see someone in the Audi. I've been racing the Audi recently, and I got to say I quite like it. It's not fantastic around Spa, I'll be honest, but I can deal with that. And it's good to see a nice mix.
It's great around
cars.
here.
Yeah, so I hear, but I've not driven it around here yet. As I can see, car 811, which is Oos, is causing a yellow flag. There we are. He's off the track. And Maffei as well is also been off somewhere. There he is, in the distance in the Porsche. I've got to say, the updates that Leonard's been doing to his app. So not only is it a great app for stewards, but it's also a great app for broadcasters. So the race control app. If you have never used it or checked it out, well, I mean, if you've never done it, you've never been a steward or you've never done a broadcast, then I guess why would you? Let's look at McKenna. He's in the BMW. Quite surprised actually. There doesn't seem to be too many down the list, which is, I think, quite nice, especially after the update 1.8.
Yeah, so far so good. Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I'll be racing myself, but this list definitely seems nice and refreshing for the balance of the different makes we see here. Actually, almost surprising to see 4 Mercedes on the same list with one glance as well.
Yeah, no, it's quite refreshing actually as McKenna goes into the final corner.
He has purple predicted time coming
Look at
up.
that, 1:41.8. That's decent time. That is a decent time.
Really good time for. That's the rookie class, is that?
Mack is coming around to complete a lap. He's up at the moment as well. He could take that away from him by the looks of it, potentially. It's going to be close. No, he didn't. Not quite enough. It's a 1:42.2. Hutter, that's a name I don't know. This is Stefan Hutter, or Hooter. Probably Hutter, isn't it? You're better at pronunciations than I am.
I would go with Hutter, because that's the... I suppose that's the German Y, but...
Yeah. He's 0.6 up on his best at the moment, and he's 1.1 away from the lead. He's not on for pole at the moment, but he could put Christie out of place here, and as he comes down the fast section.
Yeah, he's making more time, soon 7/10 up. Really good improvement there.
Yeah.
Paul McDonnell in the Mercedes is that
P16. Yes, he's
16th place. Yeah, quite far down the order. But he's up 6/10 as well.
Yeah, he's definitely making moves as well. That's a good spot. I'm just gonna connect up something here, and Hutter there goes P3. So found a bit of time, and we'll look at McDonald. We'll ride on board with McDonald. And
he has lost a little bit, but not too much.
Still on for some gains. He's definitely gaining. He was gaining a little bit there. It's that final corner is quite a tricky corner. You can
Yeah, I find that this track, because it's in a lot of parts, it's really wide. It allows for multiple different racing lines, so it's so easy to just somewhere hide that 1 or 2 tenths in different places, because you're not necessarily quite sure what would be the most optimal line through some corners, because you just have so much space to choose from.
Yeah, you're right, and that's the thing. Like, especially through the middle part of the track, and I think you kind of alluded to it a little while ago. Is different cars obviously are stronger at different points, and you can see that with the different lines that people are able to take through that section. And because I did the 12 hours of Kyalmi with Glenn, so Glenn and I were in a team, and it was just me and him. And through the middle sector, I just seem quite strong in that bit. Where I struggle is in the final sector, especially at the hairpin at the top of the hill. I either seem to find myself braking too late or too early, really, and scrubbing off too much speed and losing momentum. But that middle sector, I just absolutely love it, and I don't know why. And that was in the Aston that I did that event. So, like I say, I haven't really driven the Audi in anger around here. Let's go and look back at Christie, who is in the formidable Audi. He's up 3 tenths at the moment, looking relatively strong. I would hazard a guess that he's going to maybe take P3 back. I don't think he's quite got enough pace for P2 at the moment. And don't forget, we do have the silver splits to come out. Is it the silvers? No, bronze split. Sorry, this is the rookie split, and we've got the bronze split still to come. And they've got 3 minutes to set their laps. So, what's the quickest lap you've done so far around here?
Given that I'm placed in a lot higher split than these guys, I'm almost afraid to say that, but that's somewhere around 143.9s.
Okay, yeah.
That's with the M6, so I can blame the car, because that's a stupid pick when you could do anything else, really. But we will see one Jaguar driver today, and I think we will see another one tomorrow. So if those guys are surviving around here, there's really no excuse for me to be any slower than they are.
Yeah, so Christie pulls up into P2 then, as I predicted, and we're looking at Simmons now, Daniel Simmons in the in a Lamborghini. I mean, what on earth is this? This is great. Car 56 in the Solo GT Racing team. I've just realised I haven't got Twitch chat open, so I'm going to go and get that back. So bear with me if you're writing stuff in there. You could be calling me names, and I wouldn't have a Scooby. So, but yeah, let us know your predictions for tonight. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for my birthday wishes. It's not my birthday, but it's quite funny that. And good luck and happy birthday to Ed Terrell as well. So Ed, always good to wish you a happy birthday. It's an absolute pleasure, as always. So hope you've had a wonderful day. So as we look at Daniel Simmons here,
he's up on a purple lap, so could be P1 if he keeps this up. That's
yes, he could be.
impressive.
Yes. Yeah, I can see that McKenna is up slightly on his current lap as well. He's only 12 seconds in. So I think the track is rubbering in now. We've got just under a minute until the bronze split drivers can leave the pits and start setting their lap. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the series, if a driver crosses the line with 15 minutes and 1 second to go, they can complete that lap. The bronze drivers just be a little bit cautious, be aware that he's going to be leaving. Right, so Simmons is leading the way now, so he's taking P1 as you predicted. Tom Mack in the Porsche. It's good to see so many different cars. 2 tenths up at the moment. So
that's also an impressive number of Porsches. We have had a couple of drivers who's been sticking to them throughout these seasons. I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken, Aspinall has been very often seen in the Porsche, and somebody else as well. But really nice and refreshing to see a few of those on the grid.
Yeah, it genuinely is good to see these. Bruce was up and he's lost it. That's really okay, Alice McGuigan, here she is, the lady herself. As I can see that Maffey's also caused the yellow flag out on track, car 526. See that on the map there. So Alice now in the rubber dinghy rapids. Her brother, I think, if I believe, has signed up. She goes into the hairpin at the top of the hill and now down. She's 4 tenths up on her best. She's currently 2.7 seconds off the lead pace as things stand.
Like a solid improvement on the way if she can keep this up. Half a second-ish at the moment. Seems to be dropping a little bit now, but nevertheless. Could be a couple of positions actually.
Yeah, she's definitely making some gains. Just trying to. I do this every time I do a broadcast. Cannot remember how to get the Twitch chat out of Twitch and get it into its own little window. Right, so here we go. Here come the bronze split. So here's Dan Terry, car 240. Let's ride on board with the man himself. There we go. If I click the right button, that helps. Silver split, bronze split. It's bronze.
I think we might have the incorrect title in.
Yeah, that's me.
Rich.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this might be Silver and Rookies.
Yeah, no, it's Silver and Rookies. Schoolboy. You know what it was? I copied the event description from the wrong event. That's what I've done. So, yeah, I'll fix that right now. I can fix that.
Let's say that definitely does not reduce any of my concerns for tomorrow, because these guys were supposed to be the slowest of the pack who are now putting up these 141 laps, and that is nuts. But I think we might have some slight misplacements in the splits for some drivers as well.
Yeah. It's as we're on board with Dan Terry, and that's been discussed in the Discord, isn't it? It's because of the 1.8 update. So yeah, splits upside down. Yeah, it's as Rich says in chat, it's a bit like Stranger Things, isn't it? The upside down world. You know, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, I highly recommend it. But yes, as we're on board with DT into the final corner, goes a little deep there, misses the apex. Nicely rides the. As Simmons is in P1, Bunyan goes into P4, Wang pops into P8, and Dan Terry, I think, must have invalidated his lap because he's down in P25. So Mason there, Carl Mason just pops into P16. So just their first few laps, there we go. Burks pops up Birthday boy Terrell pops up into P13. Let's keep an eye on Mr. Bunyan then in the Mercedes. He was racing on Saturdays last season, because I remember this, because he made quite a ruthless move on me at Silverstone, and I haven't let him forget it. So
this is a good way to make sure that nobody else forgets either. Both he and one of the fellow commentators, Roy Weller, they both looked really, really good in practice session, but let's see. It could be that some of the fast drivers did not put any laps in anger in during the practice. So
yeah, true. Though I did know that Roy did get promoted, but to kind of help with the streaming for Saturdays, he asked to, he put himself out there to be relegated to Fridays, so he could help with the broadcasting on a Saturday, because I race on a Saturday. Gareth also races on a Saturday, so that's where we find ourselves.
Yeah, we have the whole commentary team seems to be out on track on Saturdays.
Yeah, Bunyan remains in P4 because he had invalidated that last lap. Let's take a look at Mr. Burks and see how he's doing as he comes into the final corner in his green and greyish BMW there. Into P12. Smith then, Adam Smith up into P20. Andy Bolton up into P28. Let's have a look at Gardesteg then. Gustav. McKenna's DQ'd apparently. I think he's disconnected. So, not DQ'd, but you know what I mean. Disconnected. DC'd. That's what I meant. Yeah, I was just testing you. Yeah.
Yep, still awake.
Here we go, Gustav then. Frosted line up into P30. Wow. So, I mean, if you look at that, we look at Simmons at the moment, he's in the pits. He is leading the way, and the highest placed bronze split driver is Mark Bunyan. So, yeah, this is quite something. This is going to be a challenge. I didn't quite expect to see Dan Terry currently P9. A man that I know that definitely got pace is Kilford. No, for some reason the Twitch alert wasn't enabled. I don't know why. So I can hear it. But thank you for that. Whoever just followed or subbed. I forget which one that is. So this man's he's definitely got some pace. He was on it last season.
1.6 seconds, so he's on a good way to the 141s.
Yeah, he's 2 seconds off the pace currently on his current time. So he's got to find a little bit more time if he wants to get right to the top. But this is definitely going to place him into the top 10. Here in the final corner.
There's quite a sizable gap somewhere.
P5, there we go.
In the timings, yeah, so the top 5, top 6 maybe seem to be pretty close, but then there's a bit of a gap.
There we go, let's watch Bell then. He started his lap, he's into the first left-hander. Apparently disconnected. That's what happens to Mr. McKenna. He's in P2. He doesn't want to disconnect, does he? Because that would have been great, would it? So Bell then in the trusty Aston Martin, currently 2.2 seconds off the pace. He's not setting the world alight at the moment. I can see that birthday boy Ed Terrell is 0.7 up. Is there anybody faster than that at the moment? Thorne, who's currently P9, is up on his time. Dan Terry is half a second up at the moment, and he's about to come around and complete a lap. So let's just take a quick look at him. He goes into P7. Roy Weller coming round to complete a lap. misses the sausage curb. Oh, that sausage curb is something else.
That is, especially with these mid-engine cars, and at least might just be my gut feeling for them, but they seem to be even more susceptible for flying off all over if you just clip that curb even a little bit. So
Bunyan, Kilford, Thorne, Terry and Weller all now all made it into the top 10, so they're P5 to P9. The top 4 are your rookie split as things stand. They do have 5.5 minutes remaining. Let's go and have a look at Bolton. He's currently up at the moment on his 5, and he's in a Bentley. It's a Bentley. There's 2 Bentleys. Look, I can see Bentley also P22 as well. So, but he just ran a little bit wide there. But he's kept. Oh, he's run wide again. That's going to lose him a lot of time, and he's invalidated the lap, unfortunately. Right, let's have a look at Michael Bell. Then he's stuck behind a Bentley. Is that car number 66? He's stuck behind. See, there's a yellow flag for car 35.
yeah, there was a crash for the other Bentley. 29 car went off from the sausage curb, or at least very close by.
So we've got Creamers, who's currently down in P31. He's up at the moment on his time, and it's good to see a driver letting him past there. So that's good to see. Someone that's got awareness, which is fantastic.
And that's the one Lexus we have in this grid. That's nice to see those 2.
Yes. So Christie's been knocked off P4. Bunyan's slotted up into there now. So let's see. Bell has lost his time, unfortunately, but Smith, who's currently P30, is up. Creamers, who's P31, is 0.7 up, but we've got a driver I don't recognise in Jason Power, who is in the McLaren. He's currently 1.4 up. He's 2.3 off the pace at the moment. I think this could put him into the top 20, gain him a few places. He's lost a little bit of time, unfortunately. He's on your right hand side of the screen there. We're sticking with Smith on the left. He's 2 tenths up, but some of these bronze drivers have got to find a bit of pace, and I'll be totally honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed in the pace of Dan Terry. I was expecting a bit more. He's dropped down from Saturdays to Fridays. I'm guessing because he's trying to win.
He might have the advantage of being able to place himself a little more easily than some of us.
Yeah, Jason.
Roy Weller on a
Roy
good
Weller's
lap.
on a good lap, you're right. Yeah, he's 4 tenths up. He's just lost a little bit of time coming out of the hairpin there. I spotted Jason Powell was on a good lap, but he seemed to throw it away. We've got Chuko Diman as well, who's currently P17. He's up 4 tenths. I mean, a lot of drivers are green on the sheet at the moment. It's quite hard to know where to look, to be honest.
Yeah, it seems like people are able to keep continuously improving, or perhaps it's that they somehow managed to ruin it on the last corners, so every lap they seem to be...
What happened to Weller there? He didn't seem to gain. He's still in P10. He must have invalidated it without us realising. Let's look at Robert Dunn. Ferrari. Got 2 Ferraris? 3 Ferraris tonight. This is great. And we've even got... Hold on. Yeah. Let's just get him across the line. Robert Dunn, car 243. Where does he pop up into? P12. There's just under 2 minutes left. What's this?
That was a solid improvement.
Yeah, we've got David Cox in the Bentley, currently P7. He's the highest Bentley as things stand. Let's go down the list. Okay, Michael Bell. He's currently fastest is 1:43.6. He's 3 tenths up at the moment. He's losing a little bit of time as he ran wide there in the aftermarket. I can see that car 20's caused a yellow flag. Out on track, that's now cleared. Robert Dunn, I think, is causing a yellow flag. According to that one, but not... I don't know, I can't keep up. the game can keep up what's going on. Let's keep an eye on Birthday Boy then as well. Enterel, Michael Bell on your left, Enterel on your right. Is there a Julian here tonight? Yeah, Julian Strasser.
Yeah, Julian's there. Just saw the mighty Jaguar.
He's in the Jaguar, yeah. He's down in P31 currently. I think he's out on an outlap at the moment. So let's give him some love. Look at that bright thing.
That's a beauty.
Look at that. Look at that wing. Hey, what the? Oh, and he's round. Oh, and he's round.
Commentators curse.
Oh, blimey. Right. Oh, Dan Terry. Oh, and he's thrown the time away. He was 4 attempts up. Okay. Just power. Right, okay. He's 0.6 up at the moment. Again, like, it's so easy to lose time around here. Because it's quite a technical track, as Dan Terry's causing to get a flag and has gone back to the pits.
Yeah, it's the technical parts especially. You just can't really rely on either the top speed or the aero or any single particular thing in the car. I'm looking at the top speeds, and the Jag is supposed to be one of those cars that will murder anybody on the straight line, but Julian Strasser's top speed is actually well down from the top guys, so if you can't get out of the corners in here, you don't do anything with that top speed either.
Well, then coming around to complete, puts up into P7. We've got Kremers then, Peter Kremers, to come round in the Lexus. He's up ever so slightly, not a lot, but I think he's going to be, well, Wang's out there as well, but he's not setting he's not setting the world alight as Kremers cross the Wang in the Ferrari then. Before we go to the video at the end of qualifying, and we'll come back and show you the leaderboard. We'll be right back after this break. these days, I will get the timing bang on. But we are just at the start of the formation lap. Are we not doing a full formation lap?
Could it be? This might be the start.
Oh wow. Okay. No?
Green light, green
Yes.
light. Go, go, go.
And we are off.
we are green.
We're doing a short formation start. I had no idea that was the case. I've timed that bang on then. Fantastic. Right, okay. Let's keep an eye on the back. There's a couple of cars coming together. The right hand of your screen. Let's hopefully the guys can keep it clear. They've got a 60-minute race. Oh, there's an avoided action of the yellow car at the back. Oh, and then there's spinners because of that. Car coming in way too hot there. So I can see Weller's gained positions. He's up into P5.
Yeah, there's a couple of more cars off
Yeah,
a bit later as well.
At the back, I think this might be the culprit of the start there. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I think that was the car that I saw come in a little bit too hard. And we've got battle back there. I can see the purple McLaren off as well.
Ooh, there's Attila Koda in the 10th position into the hairpin on the hill. Terrible lunge. Might have been just missing the brake bunkers, but not just a bit of a touch.
Live on in the little screen there, we look at the replay. Yeah, oh yes, not exactly great stuff on the first lap from these guys, but here we are. We're looking at Daniel Simmons who's kept the lead, but Roy Weller has gained. He's up into P3 after the first lap. That's good progress.
Yeah, the Mac and Hutter, however that is pronounced, really sorry for the guy, but they dropped a couple of positions.
Right, I don't know what's happened here, but that's not good, is it? That's not good, and they're all into the pits. Let's.
I wonder if they are voluntarily all into the pits even. Looked like. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's the first race of the season.
I mean, I have no words.
Yeah, yellow flags.
I mean, I have no words.
Are all out.
I mean, I have no words.
Yeah, it seems. Oh boy, and there's the pink McLaren pointing the wrong way.
Right. I have no words. Right. There we go. I seem to have lost the sound of the game. There we go. Right. There's back. Right. What do you say to that? Anyway.
Indeed. In the sharp end of the field, things seem pretty okay.
Yes. Yes. I've just seen that.
Yeah.
I think a move has just happened there. So let's have a look. Yeah, look, the move here. A little bit of touching, a little bit of kissing, but maybe a little bit of aggressive move. Could have given him a bit more room, but there we go. Could say that that's also racing. McKenna's in P2, has just set the fastest lap of the race, so he's on the back of Simmons. I think we've got race on. Now, here's a strange thing. It's a Lamborghini in the lead. I mean, how often do you say that?
Well, yeah, not necessarily in the sim. In reality, that's not that terribly unusual, but... And there's the first penalties coming. There's stop and go 30s for speeding in the pits for Wang and Bogachu already. So that's a
Bruce Oos there just
massive double whammy for them.
losing it there, coming out of the the sausage corner. And I mean, look, this is great to see. He's waiting for the traffic to get by before he rolls, before he goes into the pits to get repaired. That's how you deal with an incident, right? That's how it's done. So So we got Simmons leading the way, followed by McKenna, Weller, Bunyan, Thorne, Terry, Dunn, Mack, Hutter and Kilford. So the silver split guys have kind of taken over the top 10 now, which is kind of what you would expect to see.
That's perhaps, after all, the classifications were correct, but we'll see. I suppose we are not having 2 races per event anymore, so now it's, if you massively botch the first one, then you will suffer the consequences.
Yes, indeed. Things are starting to settle down a little bit now. Brooks is falling back as he remains in the pits. Creamer's just got past Sanchez by the looks of it. We'll go back and have a look at that. Not very close at this point, so I wonder if there was a mistake involved to cause this move. There is it's quite a slow car ahead of him. Yeah, there we go. Runs wide, and I think that gives them a little bit bunched up there.
Too wide in the corner.
Yeah, and makes it so.
Yeah, there was a good move by Bell, checking the first name so I don't say anything stupid. I've been doing that.
No, I hear ya.
Good move by Bell on Hill.
Yeah. I hear ya.
Wild, right?
Yeah, so I've just done the one. Creamer's there, like, I think lost the position again as he run wide there, looking the Lexus, and loses obviously the momentum. So these guys are having a good battle as things stand. But it's interesting because Simmons is putting away from McKenna. And then Weller can't keep on to the back of McKenna, but Bunyan is keeping him honest at the moment. So a bit of a battle for P3. Dan Terry's a little bit off the back of Thorne, nearly 2 seconds now. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I'm quite surprised by that. I'd expect a little bit more from Mr. Dan Terry, and I'm going to keep saying that. I think a couple of drivers
Great
there.
to see the Nissan in the grid as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got majority of the cars covered in this week, which is great. Zabi's just, something's happened to Zabi there. Let's keep an eye on him. See what happens. So final corner looks all okay. Takes it a little bit deep.
You might have just lost the rear there a bit.
And I think it might have been into turn 1 where the problems have arisen. Oh, he just slows down. Oh. Okay. Hourly unusual, not sure why. Strasser up into P21 then. Actually made a move in the Jaguar.
Battle going on for position 13. There's Demon in the orange FFF Lamborghini, just furiously defending from the Bentley behind him, and they are really building up a pack.
They are indeed, yes. Look at this. So we've got another Lamborghini coming in P13. As you said, Dimmer. Oh, the Bentley there! Losing the rear end, and that's Cox, I believe. So he's now...
that's going to give Dimon a bit of breathing room.
I must admit, the Helicam around here is a much better camera than the TV cameras here. Because of the way the track's so undulated. I struggle with the TV cameras around here. That's the McLaren there.
That was close.
That was close. And there's not really much happening up front, but there's quite a pack for P7 at the moment as well. Look at all this lot. And again, Helicam will do you better. There's a back marker in between them, but look, this is all for P7.
It's so much happening that it's difficult to keep up with.
It is, yeah. Even with 2 PCs on the go, it's it really is a struggle. But this is like the closest pack. So you've got Dunn, Mack, Hutter, Kilford, Morgan, Burks, and then Dimman is 4.5 seconds back from these guys. And what we can do is we can go on the wing of, we can go on board with Morgan. This is your as Dunn runs wide there, puts himself under a bit of pressure from the Porsche.
It's not the best place to make a move, especially from the outside.
And now the Audi's having a look as well. That's Hutter having a look, and Kilford's just hanging back, just watching this unfold.
Yeah, he has the great seat. He's probably more than happy to see these guys battle it out, but also might be frustrating because this is costing all of this pack a lot of time, but it's also a lot of great fun.
Oh, for us, I mean, you know, we're having great fun reporting on this. So we're riding on board with Matthew Morgan. These three are kind of, again, have kind of formed the pack within this pack at the moment. And Bunyan is getting onto the back of Weller. He has not long ago set the fastest lap of a 1:42.1 for the race so far. Obviously, we're only 12 minutes into the race anyway, so we've still got 48 minutes to go. The pits with Kilford's lost it. Kilford's just lost it. I was on board with Morgan, and Kilford has lost it, unfortunately for him. Let's just have a look and see what happens there. And Dunn's off the track in the bottom right hand corner as well. It's all going off. I don't know if Kilford had contact or he just got a little bit greedy.
He's so close to the Audi that...
Oh yeah, and the Mercedes did well to avoid him, and fortunately for Simmons, not too much impact. Oh, sorry for Kilford even, not too much, but... Oh no, Robert Dunn's lost it. Oh, he's going to come back out on track. Oh!
Mercedes there. Oh well, that's a solid pit entry.
Whoa, that's quite something. I don't know if I should be congratulating that or telling him off, but let's ride on board. We'll see how close that actually was. I mean, surely he should have been applying the brakes there. So Mercedes there is in front of him. He sort of loses the rear end, hits the wall, comes straight. Oh, look how close! Oh,
yeah, I think he might have, well, hopefully managed to slow it down. There's a couple of white lines there, so if you aim for the first one, you should be safe for the pit entry.
The stewards should be having a word there if they're watching the stream at all, but yeah, I would be having a word with Dunn on that occasion. So
yeah, the stewards might be busy with the start of the race.
They might well be, yes. And I forget that I have an onboard. I'm so out of practice at this. Yeah, we're on board now with Bunyan, who's putting Weller under a little bit of pressure. Bunyan's found some pace. Though last time around Weller was ever so slightly quicker. And we've also got Mac on the back of Morgan. So this is P8, P9. Yeah, I agree, chat. It's very dangerous, that manoeuvre. And hopefully the stewards have spotted it and will do something about it. Don't forget we have live stewarding for all of our races over the weekend for Series 11. And to be fair, I mean, you hear a lot of complaints about stewards, and it's not an easy job, is it? I mean, and to be consistent's really hard. I mean, we look at the Formula 1 season that's just gone. I mean, it's a prime example. I mean, you can't please everybody, but I think the stewards do a really fantastic job for ACCSimSeries.
Yeah, and they are doing it for free here and voluntarily, just like us, but their doings actually carry some weight, so unlike us, they kind of need to keep it serious. and do their work well and consistently, as you said.
Yeah. So here we go. Bunyan's putting Weller under intense pressure. Something's just happened to Kilford again. I'm not quite sure what. He's lost more positions, unfortunately, for him. But we'll keep an eye on the battle on the right. We'll just have a look and see. So Simmons at the moment in the lead is doing a 1:42.9. The cars behind at the moment, majority of them are some are faster, some are slower. I mean, he's not setting the world alight with that kind of 1:42.9 pace. But
Yeah,
Thorn,
but he's been really consistent with that. There's
he has, yes.
1:42.9, 0.8, 0.6, 0.9, 0.9 for the last, is that 5 laps and counting. So yeah, now he lost a couple of seconds because there was the backmarker Honda. He needed to get through that, but the consistency, that's a big thing, and doing consistent 42s is pretty impressive.
Alice McGuigan making a move there on a fellow McLaren. Good to see. Go on, Alice, you can do it. She's up into P24 as things stand. It is a busy grid. There are 40 cars around here, and you know it isn't the longest circuit, so 40 cars around here will seem a lot today. And,
yeah, only a couple of cars have left, so that's also really good to see that despite the potentially a lot of damage that some people had, they have carried on racing and hopefully will continue to do so.
Yeah, Max just got himself up into P8, so we'll take a look at that as we'll stay on board with Alice, who's having a great battle with a fellow McLaren. She gained a position and unfortunately lost it again as the Mercedes there runs wide and then loses momentum because, you know, that's not the tarmac. So that's gonna happen.
It was really tight line by the Porsche. That's impressive that he could carry so much speed.
That's a really good observation. I completely didn't see that. Cox has also just gained a position. So let's go back and see how he did that. Cox in the Bentley on the Lamborghini into the hairpin by the looks of it. Oh yes, Lamborghini is a route. Oh,
finally got the wall of a Lamborghini.
Wow! Forceful but also clean. Yeah, it's definitely doable. Right, Bunyan is right on the back of Weller now. Mr. VR will be getting hot in that headset of his right now.
And the penalties are coming in hot, so some of them for speeding in the pit lanes, and then some by the stewards. So yeah, seems like the collisions in the start of the race, they are being looked at, and now appropriate punishments are handed.
So Weller will be feeling the pressure as things stand, as he's got Mr. Bunyan bearing down on him. McLaren versus McLaren, and not far back from them you can see Mr. Thorn in the background too. So yeah, it's definitely heating up here. Carl Mason's entered the pits. Medina's also into the pits currently, so each driver does have a mandatory pit stop that has to be cleared during the pit window. If you don't clear the mandatory pit stop, you will get a time penalty at the end of the race. And any drivers that get given a penalty during the first stint before they pit, they will serve that time penalty during the pits. And if they have any at the end of the race, then that will be added into the overall time as well. I'm sure you guys know how this is done, but you know, we've got to make sure that, a bit like Crofty every week on the Formula One, you know, you might have new viewers to this, and if you're new to ACCSimSeries or even Assetto Corsa Competizione, welcome to our stream. This is the Friday nights. We're racing tomorrow as well on the Saturday and Sunday to boot. So we are here all weekend with different commentary teams, and Eunice and I are both taking part in tomorrow's splits. So I'll see you out on track tomorrow, won't I, mate?
Yeah, I think we haven't actually been racing each other yet.
No, I don't.
Given my pace, I don't know if we will be, to be fair, but at least it will be nice to be on the grid with almost 3/4 of the active commentary team. So Roy Weller, not Bottomley, who's in the picture, I guess will be taking care of the commentary duties while both us and Gareth will be racing.
And talking to Bottomley, you can see he's got a little bit of damage on that BMW, so he hasn't decided to pit in yet. You know, you can get away with a little bit of damage on your car, but that's quite a substantial amount there, so I reckon that's probably a 10 seconds extra into his pit stops. We can see that Code 8 currently P25, car number 26 has got 15 seconds worth of penalties. I suspect it's for that, what we saw on the replay, where he's got those penalties. Anyway, let's go back to this battle here for P3. Thorn is getting closer to these guys as well, so this is becoming a bit of a three-way, and he's in a Nissan. He's in a Nissan. That will please the one and only Gareth Rodda, won't it? He loves a Nissan.
Yeah, a lot of people said that the Nissan would be somehow better now after the 1.8 update. I gave it a drive and can't really say it's much different. It's still very challenging car to drive, but at the same time a lot of fun and could be quite rewarding if you can make it up that high up in the order.
Right, okay, I just saw that Christie had a yellow flag, so let's go and find out what happened there. There was another car. Oh, wrong replay, sorry, that one. Let's just go and find out what's happened there as we keep an eye on this battle at the same time. There were two cars causing the yellow flag, and he was one of them, so... oh, there we go! Oh, there's the other car off there as well, there we go.
That could have been terrible, but well done. Really well done to keep it on track, at least for the most part, and not...
He'll be really disappointed with himself. He's coming down in P30 and with a 10-second penalty and a mandatory pit stop to go, and his brother Richard also races with ACCSimSeries, but I don't know if he's Saturdays or Sundays this season, so I haven't looked, but here's a oh look, the Nissan made a move, look at that. I think Bunyan saw it coming because he was like a missile, and then the Nissan's gone too deep and he's taking it back. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Great between the two.
Actually, in the very old, well, not any, there used to be battle going on for the 37th position for multiple laps between Ian Otley and Ed Terrell. Both, I think, took some damage in the early parts of the race, but now Terrell unfortunately just spun in T1.
Oh no, did he? Oh, that's not much of a birthday, is it? Alice McGuigan then, she's again having constantly in battles here at the moment, Alice.
There's nice
so
Richard Christie's in McLaren.
Richard Christie's in chat saying racing with the fast boys this season, Paul. So he's with the pros then, or the gold split on. Is it pros? Pro split, isn't it? Pro. I should know this by now. I've been doing this for how long, and I still can't name the splits correctly. So.
I would assume the fast boys refer to pros.
Pros, so on a Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Alice is in a right in the mix here. She's in the mixer. She's currently P20. Oh, she's run a little bit wide there. She could put herself under a little bit of pressure for that. Oh, the car behind goes a bit deep. which opens the door for the Bentley. Yeah, so I think she'll be enjoying.
This is really looking like some proper GT3 racing, because we are looking at so many different car makes battling it out.
Yeah, it's really good to see.
Feels unusual, really. Tends to be.
The Mercedes, I think, caught Alice out a little bit because it hit the grass, and I don't really know what happened there. I don't know if the Ferrari. Yeah, I don't really can see that Bolton Car 66 is in the pits. So Julian up in the Jaguar is now up to P15.
Yeah, that's good going by him. I think he's been staying out of trouble and being at least relatively consistent. Could check the times, the lap times, if I can just find him in the list.
Oh, Simmons.
Bit of a battle going for the 20. Oh, well, never mind. Looked at the timings, but somebody just pitted off the battle, so nothing interesting going on anymore.
Power just got collected into the first corner, so we'll stick with the Addis McQuiggan battle there. But you can see there's a lot of cars here at this particular moment in the replay. So we're looking at Power then, and yeah, he just gets tagged there. Not the greatest bit of driving.
10 seconds penalty for car number, is that 29?
Yeah.
So that's
Mazan. Yeah.
Among all the other penalties that we haven't been calling out, because there's been a bunch of them. But at the moment, Mazan, Christie and Kode are the only ones who haven't served theirs yet.
David Christie's just gained some positions. I don't know if that was probably because of pit stops, because he's just come into T1. So, oh, that Nissan! What's he doing? What's he playing at? Willie Thorne, what are you doing, Willie Thorne? Let's. What was that? What are you doing, son? That's nearly twice you've caused an absolute nightmare. Right, the race leader is in the pits. Oh!
And then sideways into there. Yeah. Cue the Tokyo Drift music.
Yeah.
But that's actually a thing that Nissan is really good at. You can really throw it around and almost drift it around. Of course, the tires won't be happy with that, but makes up a lot of funny things. Yellow flags for
Kilford's had something happen. Let's.
Yeah, he's sideways on the track.
Oh,
really
yeah.
Patiently waiting.
Clip the. I don't think he gave the McLaren enough room to be fair. So. People are saying Roy lost 2 positions, but I don't know where he lost those, but that's what people are saying in chat.
Which Roy?
Roy Bottomley.
Yeah, Weller's up in 4th.
Terry's up in
Terry's up
P3.
in 3rd. So
yeah, but I think that's because of pit stops. So, but he's just got past Weller. He must have done. See, he got past a little bit. Okay, a little bit much earlier than that. Then let's.
Yeah, they are really close to each other.
Oh no!
Still,
yeah. So
changing.
I'm messed up now. I've got replays coming out of my ears, and it's just gonna. Yeah. Okay. It'll just stop playing in a moment. So we've obviously missed the overtake. Oh right. Okay. He lost. So apparently that the Nissan caused Roy Bottomley to lose 2 positions. So Dan Terry up into P3. Still to do his mandatory pit stop though, mind. So Simmons is out of the pits. I don't think that Aston knew that Dan Terry was there. Because that's not McKenna. So that Aston's now knows that Dan Terry's there. Dan Terry takes a different line, has a bit of a wobble on.
Close. Weller's getting past. Well, not too bad after all. Looked a bit sketchy for a moment.
Yeah. So here we are. Can Dan Terry make a nuisance of himself? What do we think?
Sorry, what?
Can
Dan Terry do what?
Can Dan Terry make a nuisance of himself? Mark Bunyan's just set the fastest lap of the race at 1:42.1. No, sorry, that's a lie. He did that a little while ago. I've got the wrong view up, so ignore that.
Yeah, that's 6. I think Weller might be able to keep up with Dan, and I think they might get stuck battling each other, and maybe Bunyan can kind of escape from that, but let's see.
You might be right. As we've got the battle with Robert Dunn, and we saw earlier on have a bit of a moment. Roy hit the sausage. That's what happened. That's how Dan Terry got past. So yeah, that sausage is dangerous. McKenna is leading the way. McKenna though is off the pace. We're 1:44 last time round. Simmons, well, I'm guessing it was an outlap because he did a 1:48. So we'll keep an eye on those times. But the guys now are really amongst the back markers, and that's going to affect the lap times these guys are able to do at the moment. Because it is, as I mentioned not that long ago, it is a small track round here.
Simmons is stuck behind some back markers, and no matter how much they are trying to give him space, that's just still going to slow you down.
Morgan's into the pits then as well, so he's falling down the order. So currently your race leader is Chris McKenna, followed by Mark Bunyan, followed by Dan Terry, Roy Weller, and then we have Tom Mack, Stephen Hutter, Adam Burks up into P7, good to see, and then Michael Bell P8, who was the race leader Daniel Simmons coming in P9, and Roy Bottomley in rounding out your top 10. Dan Terry is pulling away from Roy Weller, so I don't know if Roy got, yeah, there is one in between them, and Mercedes gets out of the way, and Roy is going into the pits there. You can see him in the background, but he's following 2 other cars. That would have slowed him down. So this is Mark Bunyan though is well, Mac just did a 1:42.7, so he's the fastest out on track at the moment. He's just put himself into P4 in the Porsche, so we'll keep an eye on him. Again, there's so many people that can bring themselves into play. It's quite fascinating.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bottom of the order. Darren Christie has managed to rack himself 42nd of penalty, so his pit stop is going to take over a minute of just sitting there. That's a lot of infringements. I wonder how much that is going to be in the...
Who did you say that's got that amount of penalties?
Christie, 295.
Wow.
In 27th position.
Richard, what are your thoughts on that? Your brother getting all those time penalties? Let us know in Twitch chat. And hello to everybody. If you've never watched this before, we are the ACCSimSeries. This is season 11, round 1 at Kyalmi. I'm Paul Glover, and I'm joined by Eunice. How do you say? Do I say your name wrong? Do I butcher it? Just out of interest.
Ever so slightly, yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it this way.
Is it Jonas or Eunice?
It would be Jonas.
Jonas. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that's a lot better. But we've managed for almost a year like this. So
yeah, but
I suppose.
Yeah, you know, unless you tell me, I don't really know. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I let you do it wrong for the first time, so it's stuck ever since.
Stephen Hutter in the Audi under a bit of pressure from the Bentley behind of Cox, car 22, and that's a back marker behind them because Sanchez Diaz is 10 seconds behind this little battle. So Bunyan is into the pits. The man with the fast lap of the race is into the pits. So be interested to see where he slots out actually in the grand scheme of things. So we'll keep an eye on that because we'll keep an eye on when Simmons is. Well, Simmons is already in P6 actually, so that is interesting. We'll put Simmons in the bottom right, so he's coming to complete another lap. He's going. So Richard saying David's going to be really frustrated. Bunyan then is out of the pits. He's down into. So Simmons has got past. Bunyan finds himself in P6, which you know could be P2. As things stand, so your race leader. People keep asking for the Jag action, so I'll put the Jag in the bottom right for you. There you go. There he is.
A little bit down the order, but not too bad.
P18.
18, so I think he's like.
He's cleared his mandatory pit stop as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys ahead of him who haven't, so.
Yeah, not many. I mean, he might get past Bell, who's currently in the pits, perhaps, but.
Oh yeah. The rest unlikely.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, here's something interesting. This man's all the way down in P9.
Yeah, and he's stuck in traffic. I was actually just looking quickly at Roy, and I'm not sure if it was intended to be undercut against Ganteri or just as planned.
He's stuck behind Bottomley. Yeah, he's trying to get past it. Bottomley hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, this is interesting because they're commentating together tomorrow. So play nice, lads. I think Roy's going to have this into the braking zone. And then you've got the other Bentley behind also having a look as well, and makes the move.
Is that the back marker Bentley actually?
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah.
Mazan. So he's 23rd.
Oh, and Bottomley going into the pitch. Yeah, but if you're faster, I mean, I'll be honest. Like, one of the benefits about being a lounge chat, if everybody's in there, being able to ask, "Can I unlock yourself?" is really beneficial. And that's what's really good about team events. You can go and send your driver off to your other fellow teammates, go and speak to the other team, go, look, we're currently faster than you at the moment, we know can we unlap ourselves, you know, having that bit of communication really does go. Oh, stop go 30 for car 73, Michael Bell. That's coming.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to move Strasser past him.
Yes. We've got Strasser, we've got Jaguar Watch on the right hand side, so I'd imagine Michael Bell sped in the pit lane, so I'd imagine that's what that is for. So McKenna leading the way, yet to pit, followed by Tan Terry 7.7 seconds back, also yet to pit, and this man here, Simmons, where is he? Right, okay, so he's coming down this section here. He's 41 seconds behind Dan Terry at the moment. What are we thinking?
Yeah, that's a great question because the pit lane is really short here. I don't think he will be a lot ahead of McKenna or Terry, especially McKenna by the time he pits. Probably will get past Terry, but I think this might be pretty tight for the top.
Yeah.
And the top two, they will have fresh rubber. Of course, the first lap will be a bit of a struggle, but after that, they should have the advantage.
Thank you to everybody that's following this evening. I was missing all the notifications earlier on because I had it muted for some reason. But thank you. Welcome to ACCSimSeries Season 11, Round 1 at Kyalmi. We are with the rookies and the bronze split this evening, and you've got the silvers and golds tomorrow, and then you've got the pros on Sunday. I really have to think about that then for a second.
Really, that way around, or
Yeah, so it's the rookies and the bronze tonight. Then
or rookies and silver.
Rookies and silver. Oh, is it rookies and silvers? Oh, rookies.
That's what it says.
Oh
in the
my
title.
God! Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go with that.
Yeah, you're right. And then it's bronze and gold tomorrow. Yeah, it's because we changed it. Oh my crikey! Right. Lucky I don't get paid to do this stuff, really, because otherwise I get sacked. Right. Here we are. Strasser just set his fastest lap of the race, 1:44.4. The fastest man out there at the moment is the man in P3. Actually, that's a lie. Bunyan. He's the fastest man out there. We're 1:42.2.
Fastest lap is still. Oh, like recent first laps.
Oh, Bottomley. Is that Bottomley off? Yes, it is. Unfortunately for him.
That's the sausage, I'm afraid. This is really one of those tracks that it really depends on the consistency, and yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I think I did that like 4 times within 10 laps when I was practicing Kyalmi initially, and yeah, that's really difficult to be consistently fast on that corner unless you really take that risk.
Dan Terry closing the gap down to McKenna. As things stand, Dan Terry, they've got a back marker ahead of him. Hopefully the back, and Dan Terry into the pits. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, getting my classes all mixed up, the categories and whatnot. Bell into the pits as well, behind there. McKenna is already in the pits as well, so let's keep an eye on Simmons then. Dan Terry got that gap down to 6 seconds, so Simmons then in the final sector. Yeah, John McGain's ghost is saying not much time to be gained if you push too hard on that corner. I think he's referring to the one Bottomley took out or hit the sausage. Right, here we go.
McKenna is
moving, but
this
I don't.
Will be close, but
I don't think he's going to have the momentum though.
yeah, there goes the Lamborghini. So McKenna is. Oh no, and he's got to stop and go.
Oh, stop and go 30. Oh no, that gives that might. So Dan Terry comes out, I think, in P4. So Bunyan's got past as well. He did a 1:42 last time round. He's definitely got.
And Dawn is right there.
Yes.
So
surprisingly,
now if the Nissan can push its way through, this would be the, I guess, potentially the only chance he will get, unless he is consistently faster than Dan, but because he has the warmed up tires, if he hasn't used them up yet too much, now would be the chance to strike.
So Dan Terry then, that gives Dan Terry P3 with McKenna getting the stop and go 30. Surprised to see Thorne where he is, because we did see him having a moment early in the race, so he's recovered really well following that. He also had, I think he might, yeah, because he wasn't he that nearly took out Bottomley at one point. So yeah, great bit. And Bunyan then has closed the gap down to Simmons. You can see Simmons ahead, kind of amongst the traffic. Last time round he was half a second up, but
oh, there's unhealthy things happening there.
Oh, the back marker's not making it easy for Bunyan at all, are they?
Yes. He's now, there's like 3 wide into the last corner.
Oh my God, so Bunyan would have lost quite a bit of time amongst that lot. McKenna's going into doing the stop go 30, he's entered the pit, so Dan Terry will move into P3 and Thorne into P4. There we go. And we'll see where that will probably give Weller P5, and it does. And Morgan will move up as well. So yeah, it's really that's really hurting McKenna. because of those back markers, that gap is now 7.7 seconds. That is how much of effect those few corners had for Bunyan. He will be screaming. He will be screaming. So Dan Terry's now coming up to this batch as well, right? So, oh, car 3, yellow flag.
Yes. Well, that was well done. Survived the off track.
It was car 3. Was it car 3 I saw? I'm pretty sure it was car 3. They might have... I think they might have left whoever it was. Dan Terry's coming up to the back of these, so I mean, if there's one person you want to let past, it's the founder and the head. Well, not the founder. He's the head honcho. Steve Worrell was the founder, so you know. I don't know if I mentioned actually. But myself, Dan Terry, and Steve Worrell met up for some drinks around Christmas time. So I'm not sure if I mentioned that on stream at all, but and also the one and only Chris Hay made an appearance as well. So
is it? He's the Chris Hay.
The Chris
think
Hay.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, the YouTuber Chris Hay. Yes.
Yeah. He does some commentary as well, doesn't he?
He has done commentary. He hasn't done it recently, to my knowledge, but he did do the original SRO series with Mr. Paul Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I helped out with that as well. I can't remember what I did actually, but I did help out with that initially. Until they didn't need us. So Thorn all over the back of our head honcho, getting past those back markers allowed him to close that gap nicely with using his Nissan. So this is the closest battle out on track at the moment. Bunyan's now over 8 seconds behind Simmons, so that's the battle for P1 over and done with, really, as far as I'm concerned. There's Simmons in the bottom right hand side. Does the Nissan driver have a reputation? Well, from today's events, yes. He now does have a reputation, yes. So we've seen a couple of moments, shall we say. He hasn't necessarily collected anybody. He has avoided it, but he maybe pushes a little bit too hard.
I think that might just be what happens when you drive that car. I would like to blame that. But yeah, so far so good, because you don't end up in the top 3 if you cause trouble, because the stewards will find you eventually.
They will find you, and they will hurt you.
There might still actually be a solid battle for three-way battle for the 7th position.
Got it.
There's Hooter,
got it on the right hand side of the screen. Yeah, got.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Looking at the same cars.
Yeah. It's like I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
And another one apparently in the back of the order for the, what is that?
Yeah,
27th.
Bottomley's just fallen back to P29, so something's happened there. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah, there's another three-way battle actually going on. There's Power, Hill and Bottomley. And Power, the 777 car, he's the only one without penalties, so I kind of have the feeling that whatever happens during the end of the race, he might end up on top of these guys anyway.
So riding on ball with Stefan Hooter, who, if he can find a bit of pace, can get P6, because he's only 5.3 seconds behind Morgan, who has, sorry, it's not 5.3, 5.1 even, and Morgan's got a 5-second penalty. Dan Terry is slowly but surely gapping Thorn. It's 0.8 seconds at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on this battle here. into the final corner. Back marker there on the left hand side, nicely gets out of the way. Well done, back marker, that's what we like to see.
Yeah, that was really good move by also, I think that was Alice, just break down really early on the last corner to let the faster drivers past.
She's slightly ahead of this battle there. She's there and in the McLaren, so they're coming up to her now. But yeah, this is a nice little battle here, isn't it? Hutter, Mack and Cox. Mazan into the pitch, falling down now, the order. Cox, we're riding on board with him. He's got a good view of this battle ahead.
Seems like Dawn is dropping down from DT a little bit.
Yeah.
1.2 seconds now.
Yeah, it was.
Will be interesting to see if Weller can catch up. There's 5 seconds between them, but regardless if Dawn's pace is dropping now.
I'd imagine Cody is going to have quite a few penalty points because he's got another 15 seconds, and I'm pretty sure before the round of pit stops he had some penalties previously as well. So I don't think he'll be on the steward's favourite list.
Yeah, there's a couple of people who have been really getting those points, so will be interesting to see what that means for their next races, because if they gain enough points they might not be allowed to participate in various events.
Dan Terry last time round doing a 1:42.2, so looking like the fastest man out there at the moment. Not quite onto the pace that Bunyan did with a 1:42.1, but with the fastest lap of the race, but pretty close to it. Thorne has catched up a little bit. Oh, and there's a Bentley that's had a moment there. I think that might have been this man here, Mazan. So let's have a look and see what happened. See if he did it all by himself.
That's a nice livery. Appropriate for the boat.
Oh, there we go. Straight into the wall, and we'll go back to this battle for P7. Dawn had got onto the back of Terry again a little bit, but that gap's opened up again. See, there's a battle for P10 as well, hotting up at the moment. No, we don't want that one. We want that battle there. There we go. I think there's some winding up going on in chat this evening.
Yeah, it's been, I don't want to say surprisingly active, but I think more active than usually.
It's because I bring all the boys to the yard.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
With my milkshake. Thank you, Patch Plays Games. Welcome to the community. Hope you enjoy what you see. And as Moobot just said, I don't think you can buy some merch. I don't think there's much merch available, to be honest. I mean, it'd be great if you could buy my face. I think everybody would buy that. Who wouldn't want my face? It's everywhere. But oh, thank you, Rebus1 as well. Another follow. Fantastic stuff. We've got the battle for P7 on your left hand side and a battle for P10 on your right. What are you saying, chat? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh no. Perhaps a little more. Oh no. Oh.
What are you saying? Glover only fans. Well, I mean, steady now. I mean, wouldn't want to put you all to shame now, would I? So, yeah, I'm washing my hair. But the battle for P10 has definitely softened quite a bit there. So And this battle here is keeping us honest. The P7.
On maybe a more serious side note, if somebody really wants to throw their money at ACCSS, we have the Patreon.
Oh, we will. Yeah, we do. Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I subscribe to the Patreon, you know, doing my little bit. Even, you know, not only do I broadcast, but I've been known to do a bit of stewarding as well. But I do my Patreon. And don't forget, you've got the Race Department podcast as well.
That
yeah,
might
technically
be better investment than your face.
So thank you. The pit window is now closed. We've got just under 5 minutes of the race remaining. And you're right in chat, good observation by Johnny Woo there. This is technically a battle for P5 now, because, or for P6 even, because Hutter is 4.2 seconds behind Morgan, who's got a 5-second penalty.
I was actually just thinking of it, but seems like Morgan might be falling a little bit down in the pace.
We did a 1:43.5 last time round. Hutter did a 1:43.1, and Mac did a 1:43.2.
Yeah, so
Julian
well,
Strasser
Morgan had one good lap in between, but mainly really high 1:43s.
Well, Bunyan's also closed the gap down to under 6 seconds now between him and Simmons, but he hasn't got enough time to make a gap. Oh no, Hutter's round! No, what happened there?
He's taking the long road.
Let's have a look and see what happened.
Oh, they touch.
Did they touch? Not quite sure. Can't really see from that angle. We'll let the stewards decide. But that's the end of that battle. But here we got Willie Thorne. Now Willie Thorne was a snooker player.
Pulled up 2 tenths from somewhere.
But he was a snooker player, so unfortunately for Hutter, he's now down in P9, but that puts Weller up into P5, Morgan P6, and Mac P7. So, but Mac should be close enough to Morgan, I would hope, to get that position, but I'm not sure if there was contact between the two, so he might be Mac's 6 seconds back, so that suggests there might have been some contact there. As he's lost a little bit of time. Bunyan has lost time back to Simmons as well. It's now over 7 seconds. So Weller just had a yellow flag, and Morgan's up into P6. So we'll just have a little look and see what happened there. Where's my button that I want? That one. That's what I'm after. So
No, Morgan's not too far off, actually.
oh, lost it all by himself. There we go. That'll do it.
No damage though, so that's always good to see. Didn't hit anything too hard. Just a bruised ego.
Oh, Bottomley, what are you doing?
Ooh. That might just have been paid attack by DT.
Oh my god.
That's a massive shame.
He'd let him past. Oh my. Well, a little bit of damage. Did he do that on purpose?
I wouldn't go that far. Let's not take it too seriously, but obviously Dan Terry will be happy about that.
Well, yeah. So that promotes Morgan up into P4. Bottas' fault, yeah.
So,
it was Bottas' fault.
Yeah.
So Thorne's now got a Weller breathing down his neck.
So now there's Weller and Thorne are quite close to each other, so might still see a battle unfold. I guess both of these guys will get past Morgan anyway, so...
Give it all you can.
Right, final lap then for the race leader, which has just begun. We're watching Julian Strasser under pressure from Kilford. Currently, well, we know Thorne turned in too early. We just don't know, whether it was lag or just lack of awareness, or a little bit of thinking, I've got you. But we'll let the stewards decide on that one. They'll see the yes, the Weller Thorne battle is for P4 with Morgan and his penalty. We'll also
to say at this point that really impressive driving by Simmons in front. There's not really been anybody who's been able to challenge him.
No, indeed, you are right. But Weller is all over the back of Thorne at the moment, trying to make up for his own mistake. Thorne, I'm guessing, is going to have quite a substantial amount of damage. So Weller, we saw, kept it out of the of the wall, so shouldn't have any to disrupt his race. There are rookies and there are pro rookies. I think Simmons has got quite a bit of fan club in chat this evening. I wonder if they're paid to promote him. But, Weller was making a move. Sorry, I cut away. There we go, and Simmons comes
Nissan
across
is just
the
so
line.
great on straight line, but that damage is going to do.
There's contact. Oh, there's contact. Does Thorne let him have? Well, what's with the Porsche? Is that Who's the Porsche?
Is that Mac?
That's Mac.
That's Mac.
That's Mac.
So
Oh
he
my
has
God!
gained
Oh, what's this Bentley doing? This Bentley's having an attack as well. The Bentley's going to come in as. Oh my God! Bunyan gets P2, Terry gets P3, Morgan gets P4, Mac gets P5, Thorne on P6, Cox P7, and Weller P8. Hutter with a 5-second penalty, but I think that's going to give Burks, I think, P9 once that's all sorted out. Yeah, so crosses the line. Wow, absolutely great bit of racing this evening. We didn't really call out the grid or anything. We didn't get time to do the grid. I don't really know what happened. I thought I was expecting a full formation lap so we could talk about the grid, but it didn't happen. So unfortunately, that is how
chat seems to know
crumbles.
Danny Simons.
Yeah, his fan club are definitely here for us this evening. But that was some fantastic racing this evening. I mean, we saw some dreadful bits as well. But I mean, you tend to find that at round one.
Yeah, and it was entertaining more than anything, really. So, and to be honest, seems like the splits are kind of okay in order. So most of the rookies are at the bottom behind the silvers, so doesn't maybe seem as bad as it might have looked like in the quali.
So I mean, the thing is, I don't know if you can call that quite right after round one. I mean, I for me, I find that I get better as the season goes on, even after just a few weeks break. But also, different cars excel at different tracks as well, and and to see a Lamborghini Huracan winning the race is unusual. I don't normally see a Lamborghini at the top of the standings there. But your race winner overall this evening was Simmons, followed by Bunyan and Terry, rounding out your top three. And Simmons is in the rookie class as well, and as where Bunyan and Terry are in the silver class this evening. And then you've got Mac in P4. That would be P2 for the rookies, and then you've got Morgan, Thorne, Cox, Weller, Burks, and Sanchez Diaz, and then Hutter down in P11 is P3 for the rookies. So that's your 3 podiums for this evening. So, and Roy Weller there raiding the community. Thank you very much, Roy. You definitely had an entertaining race this evening. What are your overall thoughts after that?
Well, I'm looking at the finishing order, and I'm not sure if I have seen this in ages, really. We have 9 different car makes in the top 12 cars. That's nuts.
Yeah, that is
So,
quite unusual.
yeah,
It
was
goes
wonderful.
Lamborghini, McLaren, Aston, Porsche, Mercedes, Nissan, Bentley, McLaren, BMW, Aston Martin in the top 10, and there's an Audi in P11 there just for good measure. So yeah, some fantastic stuff. I think you kept the stewards relatively busy this evening too. So yeah, well, thank you very much for joining me this evening, Eunice. It's been great fun. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Will be, I suppose, at least as much fun tomorrow in the
Yeah.
race. We'll be joining you there as well.
Yeah.
I
So,
guess the only thing we can try to promise is that we'll keep it a bit more clean than the
well,
first lap here. But
you'd hope so, wouldn't you? I mean, that is the plan, and I try to. I try not to end up in the wall or creating any kind of madness. But as we were talking through the event, don't forget, if you want to help ACC Series, you can check out a Patreon. The details can be found in our Discord server. Also, the guys will be racing tomorrow night, and that is the gold and bronze splits. Thank you. I don't know why I'm struggling with that at the moment. And myself, I'm in the gold. Are you in bronze? Are you?
no, unfortunately I'm in gold.
You're in gold.
Although
Okay.
my pace probably would be more suitable for anything else, but yeah.
And that will be brought to you by Mr. Roy Weller and Roy Bottomley. So fantastic stuff. Thank you for the support in chat. And then your pros will be on Sunday. And I believe that's Gareth Ronda. I don't know if anybody else is joining him in the commentary booth. But yeah, do make sure you check out our Patreon. It really does help. And also, if you fancy doing some stewarding or maybe doing some broadcasting commentary, then by all means do reach out. We're always needing more volunteers. We do this not for the money, we do it for the love. And don't forget to check out the Race Department podcast. Search for Race Department in all good podcast apps. And we were supposed to record on Monday, but I was ill, so we're recording this Monday. There'll be a podcast out next week. All right, fantastic stuff. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Thank you to Jonas for joining us this evening. Hope you've enjoyed it, and for those of you who like to watch your race back, hopefully I wasn't overly critical, but if I was, who cares? All right, I've been Paul Glover. He's been Jonas. All the best, everybody. Cheerio.